神の息吹満ちる大会。それは星を滅ぼし、空をかける船を落とす神の罰。フェイト、グランドオーダー、コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、寝台巨神海洋、アトランティス。私は与えられたものを全て使って必ず勝利する。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. We're moving on out in the sunny ocean, where suffering and pleasure are life's medicine for relief. What does that mean? I don't know. Anyways, looks like we'll make our party as we go on, which, hey, it's always nice. You get to know what's ahead of ya. It's always good to have. Because then you don't gotta worry about, like, you know, I don't know what we're fighting. You can figure it out on the way. Sonar has contact. Looks like nanomachine enhanced Lamia and lots of them. All servants on standby, prepare to deploy for battle. Well, that was fast. What, seriously? Oh, alright, Achilles. Yeah? Paris has shown us what he can do, but you can't yet say the same. If you really are able to fight, then you shouldn't have any problem proving it to us. Master? Yeah, what's up? That's me. Now that Jason said his piece, I want to know what you think. Huh? You're roping him into this too? Hell yeah, I am. I don't go around just serving anyone who barks orders at me. As long as your heel's okay, dude. That's what you're worried about, huh? I can't say it's not slowing me down, but it's not going to stop me from wiping the floor with a bunch of weaklings. Did you just jump in the water? It's a little weird to be floating on water, but it's nothing I can't handle. Okay, kiddies, time to learn why I was renowned as the strongest hero of the Trojan War. Here I go! For the record, the strongest hero of the Trojan War was my brother, Hector. Oh, I'm sure it was. Let's take a look at your star values and figure out who's the best. I was going to say, will it even let us choose anyone else? And the answer is a big resounding no. So, here we are. And Horkios back here is still getting his stuff up, right? If we look, he's getting there, because he's real good, and I really want him to be like really, really good. So we're gonna definitely work on that. I do have this one also, which we'll throw on just because. So let's go. Yeah, this should be good. I mean, honestly, it's probably best to switch this off, because if there's lots of them, we don't just want a burst, we want a continual combat stream. So where is the good old aerial drive there? And what was the other one I was leveling up there? There's the one I was given a good couple levels. There's this one, which is quick card up, which is probably good for you there. So, yeah, okay, all right. And we'll switch off this. We'll go into, good to buff our combat suit here. We're close to leveling it up, so let's get going. Deal with these Lamias, or Lamias, however you pronounce them. Mias, even. M-I-I-A, which, I've taught a student who had that as a name. And all I can think about is Monster Musume and thinking like, man, your name is ruined when you Google it. Like, they couldn't have predicted, right? But, okay, so just a couple here. That's good. We can start with this for you to get rid of Charybdis, who's, or Charybdis. Name I recognize from, Castlevania. Fought that monster there a couple times. Okay. So some decent attack for sure. So let's do some big stuff with you, Achilles, here. I like how this guy is using his lance. And if someone looked at it, they'd be like, you're a lancer, right? It's like, no, that's not what I am, right? It's one of those funny things where it's like you look at a servant and you're like, oh, you use a sword, you must be a saber. And it's like, nope. Using a sword could be literally anyone, honestly. Okay. Let's just do as much as we can here then. You know, we'll buff this up. So the net, whatever we have in the next area, we'll have a nice big thing to do. And we can buff you up more. I like how it shows a little bit of the next line to show you that, yeah, you can get more with him. Okay. Resonated singing voice. See, that's why we do it. Alright. We got some reds. We do have some reds. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright. Ah, you got this. Yeah, there we go. How many are there going to be in this second wave? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You're multi-hit too? Yeah, so this will hit everyone for multiple times. So we can definitely do all this. This will be tremendously powerful. This lowers defense, so we'll do that on you. I mean, mind you, you're the strongest, but you also don't have the thing there. That's something for critical. We'll do this. Alright. And wait, doesn't this take their stuff too? Yes, that's good, that's good. I want to level that one up. That's a good one there. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright. Big damage time. Just, I want to see her driving that on the water. Cars on water is always wonderful. Like, chariots on water, whatever. Cars on water, that's the cool stuff. Wow. Alright. That got rid of those two. Now, okay, elephant on the water. Now we're into One Piece territory. Now we're dealing with One Piece, and that's good too. God, One Piece is so good. God, it's so good. Alright. Nice stuff. Good, good. That was a basic encounter. But that's not bad. We need to have those. Get to see Achilles in action. And done. Well, Master, what'd you think? I might not be at my best, but my speed and strength are still nothing to sneeze at, right? That wasn't your best, really? Nope. My true speed. You wouldn't be able to see me at all. The fact I was visible at all just proves how weak I still am. Well, here, have a heal just in case. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't all that hurt, and I would have healed up on my own in a little while anyway. But thanks, I appreciate it. I like Achilles' personality. He's a nice, just chill guy. Is it just me or is this blurry? Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. You okay, Master? Yeah, I got a little dizzy. Using a mystic code again immediately after a battle really takes a lot out of you. Oh, you all right there? Here, Senpai, lean on me. Thank you. I'll take you back to your room. Thanks. It's time for me to have big nappy time. Hey, you got a minute? Huh? What's up, man, Ricardo? Well... Oh? What's happening? Foo. I'm okay, thanks, Foo. Is that Mash? Come on in, Mash! Oh, you're not Mash at all. Well, I guess I gotta put my clothes back on. Hey, got a minute? Yeah, what's up, dude? I just felt like having a chat, you know, serving a master. Besides, I never finished my story. You know, see, that's the thing. I did find it just like I wanted to. But, yeah, okay. What's up? But before we get back to my stupid antics, and I apologize in advance if I'm way off base or out of line here, but do you think you might be being a little overeager? What do you mean? No, wait, that's not clear at all, is it? What I mean is, are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard or trying to act more positive than you feel? I mean, that's my job, dude. I asked because I couldn't help but notice when you healed Achilles earlier. You looked like you were pushing yourself way too hard, especially after you're already tired from fighting. I even worked up the courage to ask Da Vinci about it. And she said you usually don't heal servants after a battle like that at all. So it sounds like before, you usually had a pretty good idea when to save your strength and when to go all out. Well, well, if something changed, I'm sure there's a reason, and it might not really be my place to pry. But if it's okay with you, maybe we could talk about it? We, might have something in common. I've been feeling a strange urgency since we got to this Lostbelt. Almost like this one's so long, I worried that I might not complete it before the next one comes out. Urgency, huh? That's why you haven't been acting like yourself. Sorry for what I'm about to say is kind of rude. Like I told you before, I'm a supporting character in the Legend of Charlemagne. Sure, there's some stories that focus on my personal exploits, but in the end, I'm just an adversary there to be defeated. So really, I'm just strong enough to make the battle compelling, that's it. Hell, the only reason I'm a rider is because I stole a horse more famous than me. Brigliadoro was his name. If it wasn't for that story, I might have never been summoned at all. Basically, you see, you're saying that as a fellow weakling, you understand what I'm going through? Well, yeah. Don't get me wrong, though, I don't actually think you're weak, and I know Mash doesn't either. But as a hero with a hell of an inferiority complex, well, let's just say, like recognizes like. You might be right. Yeah, you might be right. I knew it. I guess my intuition's not completely useless after all. That other master, Kristaria, right? He was kinda crazy, wasn't he? No way, not even a little. Oh? Listen, Master, that guy's just like me. He's nothing special. When you're really strong, you can live your life elegantly, and you never have to make any hard choices. When he attacked us, I was nearly knocked out cold and almost taken out of commission for good. But you kept your wits about you, and above all, you survived. That's what I call amazing. Listen, a guy like me, I'll never measure up to the likes of Achilles or Heracles. Hell, while I wish it wasn't the case, I don't think I can even beat Ruggiero, no matter how many times I fight him. As for why that is, well, it's kind of a long story. It's fine, we're on a boat, dude. Tell me away. I went on an adventure. I swore I was going to become a hero, the likes of which had never been seen before. One with tales of daring do so dazzling they'd make the whole world gasp in awe. I traveled near and far, and at long last I found the sacred sword I've been looking for. But you essentially stole it, Mandricardo. You have no more rightful claim to it than a stray dog to a dead man's bones. It wasn't the incredible reward I thought I'd find at the end of my adventure. All I did was snatch something a love-crazed knight threw away, like a dog rooting through a dumpster. Dang! Roland had thrown Durendal away, and I'd taken it for myself. I did run into some trouble when I found it, but that didn't matter. They said it was no different than if I'd stolen it. Once I defeated Zerbino and won the sword from him, I went around bragging about being the hero who had it all. And I was so hopped up on the excitement of getting the legendary sword for myself that I didn't think twice about it. As for what happened next, well, I think I'll just give you the short version. I lost to Bradamante's lover, Ruggiero. I was wearing Hector's armor, wielding Durendal, and I still couldn't beat him. Sure, Ruggiero was a hell of a hero and he did have a demonic sword, but there's no doubt my weapon was better. And I think that's probably why I didn't bring that sword with me when I was summoned as a servant. Because in exchange for that sword, I gave up something I shouldn't have, something important. Wow, dude, I know how you feel. Gotcha. Well then, it was worth embarrassing myself. Anyway, getting back to my main point. Just to be totally clear, we never once thought you were third-rate. But if in spite of that you're thinking of yourself as powerless, or that you've got to do something, anything to prove you've got what it takes, well, you're just plain wrong. So it'd be better if I didn't do anything? No, it's not that. That's not what I mean. I mean, you're already more than proven it. You being here, standing with us servants, the decisions you make, even if you can't help but think everything you do is third-rate at best, I have nothing but respect for it. You won't get mad if I make a mistake? Hell no. Thanks, Mandricardo. I feel better now. Sure thing. Glad to hear that. If you'd been all, how's this maudlin guy trying to cheer me up, supposed to help, I'd have jumped straight back into my spirit form and never looked back. Oh, come on, you know I'd never say the good, like, I don't even know what maudlin means. Good point. You wouldn't, would you? Oh, crap. Probably shouldn't be this frank with you, seeing how you're my master and all. Yeah, that's fine. We're chill. But it's so, you know, improper and stuff. Dude, half the servants dunk on me behind my back. It's cool. It's fine, dude. No worries. Well, if you insist, but it still doesn't seem right to me. I mean, being this frank with each other is usually something reserved for friends and such. Well, I guess that makes us friends, then. Friends? But I'm this mopey, awkward downer. And a third-rate servant, and a bad guy, at least as far as Charlemagne's side is concerned. Yeah, but Charlemagne ain't here, for some reason. It's very strange. We've seen him, and he's still not here. Go around calling me your friend, people are gonna start throwing rocks at you and stuff. Oh, why, yeah, they're throwing rocks, why don't we stick up for each other? 'Cause sticks and stones, yuck yuck. That's right. I forgot that this master's most endearing quality is the way he gets along with pretty much everyone. So of course he'd go along with being friends if I suggested it. Yo, Manny, what's up? Yes, I mean, okay, I hear you. And, yes, from now on, you and I are officially friends. Can I add you on servant book? Although in that case, it'd probably be weird if I called you master, huh? Yeah, just call me Tanner. It's fine by me. Well, I think I'll still have to go with master in battle and such, or it'll seriously throw me off, but... Okay then. In general, I'll call you, Tanner. From now on. Just don't blame me if you regret this later. Yeah, I won't, it's fine. Alright, if you're sure. Okay, Tanner, just make sure to stay plenty warm and get plenty of sleep, okay? Great, now I sound more like a parent than a friend. Night, buddy. Yeah, that hit me way harder than I thought. I like it just being bros. I think I'm gonna sleep very well tonight, especially that bright light under my bed. Alright. That was nice. That was a nice little conversation. Bit of a pick-me-up. Alright, no battles, huh? Sure. Well, we have the suffering is now the pleasure. And ever since that day, I vowed to never stop loving Hidden Eyes for as long as I lived. Wow, you guys are clapping? That was quite the tale of adventure, wasn't it, Master? I had no idea there was such a sad backstory to that. Indeed. I think, had it been written down, it might have been one of literature's greatest epic tales of tragic love. Is the joke gonna be that we never learn what it is? Well, you know, this is quite the adventure we're on right now, too. I certainly never experienced anything like this back when I was alive. This may be inappropriate for me to say, but I'm having a great deal of fun. Nothing inappropriate about that. It's an adventure to save the world, but it's an adventure nonetheless. I see. That's a relief. Usually, we only get a single life to live. That's only a that's a one-time adventure only. What? That's a one-time only adventure in its own right. That sentence was a bit weird. You know, if it's not too improper of me to ask, what is it you guys really want to do here? Oh, and I don't mean the obvious things like defeating this Lostbelt, helping Master, and saving the world. I mean other more personal kinds of things, if you have any. I figured sharing them could add to the fun. Huh? I'm not sure. I mean, I definitely do want to be useful to Master. But you're talking about things apart from that, right? Exactly, the more selfish the better in this case. For example, in my case, I'm open to get me more beautifully Hidden Eyes Mekakure of the love of my life. Gotcha. If nothing else, you definitely know what you like, don't you? Oh, yes. Let's see. What do I want? This is tougher than I thought. My wish to make a new friend I can just be myself with already kind of came true, so... It did? Does that mean you're now friends with Orion and Achilles? Nah, nothing like that. Those guys are just colleagues. Anyway, I remember now. All I want's the same thing I've always wanted, to be a great knight. Oh? Well, that's a surprise. You may have been portrayed as a villain in the Legend of Charlemagne, but I was under the impression you were already a full-fledged knight who had been on grand adventures. Well, I guess I did accomplish enough that I could be all humble and say something like, oh, it wasn't that big a deal. No, that's not good enough. I'm going to stick with wanting to become a great knight. Ah, I see. Well, seeing as your hidden eye's depth is E rank, I don't think you'll need any words of encouragement from me. Yeah. Wait, what's hidden eye's depth? How about you, Miss Corday? If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? I don't think I should be free to do whatever I want. You don't? Well, that's a unique perspective, and why do you think that? Isn't it obvious? The whole reason I ended up as a servant is because I thought freely. That's... woof! It looks like Mash already knows what I'm talking about. I don't have any accomplishments to speak of. I never achieved anything great like Drake. I never had any stories told about me like Jason. I never had any adventures like Mad Ricardo's, and I was never a figure of myth like Orion. I'm just a dumb assassin who committed a single murder that didn't amount to anything useful. I thought about what I could do on my own, came up with a plan on my own, and tried to help save my country on my own, only for it all to end up being completely meaningless. I'm a dumb, empty-headed assassin. That's all I'll ever be. So I don't have any right to decide for myself, not when there's no point in my even being alive. I don't agree with that. Why not? I overheard some strange things being said while I was swaying on the ocean current, so I'm gonna cut in. If that was all it took to negate the point of living, there'd be none to Bartholomew or me being alive either. I'm a purely conceptual being, nothing more than a phantom spirit made up of a mix of heroic and divine parts. And as for Bartholomew, his accomplishments were, all, well, terrible. I can't argue with that. It's true I made no contributions to human history whatsoever. I can't even claim to be the most notable pirate. That was all that idiot Blackbeard's doing, and you know how he is. Although I guess we have some similarities too. And the other pirate servants all have much more interesting stories to tell than I do. Take, say, Anne Bonny and Mary Reed. They're nothing if not memorable, right? Voila, just like that, there's no point in my existence either. Don't be silly. Those things couldn't be more different. No, Miss Corday, when you get right down to it, they're exactly the same. He's right. Ultimately, there's no point to most people's lives. I mean, I just happen to survive by sheer luck. Really? That's true. If Director Olga Marie hadn't happened to have kicked you out of that room back then, it's very possible that none of us would be here right now. Though, of course, you can and should take full credit for all the amazing things you accomplished afterwards, Master. As your very first servant, I couldn't be more proud to serve you. Foo-foo! How about you, Jason? Where do you stand on this discussion? What? You mean... Oh, why is my nose so plugged up now? Oh, that's weird. Give me a moment. There we go. Nose has been blown. What? You mean, do I think there's any meaning to life? What kind of boring question is that? It's just a matter of which point in your life you decide to look at. Is it only worth moving ahead with life if there's some greater meaning to your existence? And conversely, if there isn't any meaning to your existence, does that mean you should just die? Because if that were the case, all of humanity besides me would have gone extinct long ago. Did he really just say what I think he said? Talk about confidence. You can all bow down to me now. Yes, sir. Are you nuts? Why do you actually listen to him? Well, I don't really know what he's talking about, but it sounded really wise. Damn it, you're even more gullible than I thought. Apollo here. I think what you meant to say was pure and innocent. Do you even know how to make yourself useful? So somebody else did what I wasn't able to, huh? Yes, you may be right. But in that case, what's the point in our even being here? Maybe life doesn't even have meaning. Just life itself is worth living, huh? There isn't... I mean, nobody can go through life without making mistakes. Like when I tried to pick a fight at a restaurant last night. Go check out my Twitter thread for all the meaning behind that. I'm sorry. My mind is still trying to process what you said. So, life doesn't have any meaning? And this pain I feel is normal. Uh-huh. Yet, despite all that, our meaning like this is exciting. Uh-huh. So even though there's no point to my existence, doesn't mean it's wrong for me to be here? No, nah, it's all good. Aww. Look at all these memories. Man. Man. Oh. There's a lot here. Oh, it's the boy. We love him. Oh, yo, look at all them. They're all the thumbnail people, except in Kato, you didn't get a thumbnail. Neither did you. Neither did you. Neither did you. Oh, that's great. Oh, yo. Yo, that makes me so happy. I see. So you've met lots of different people and had to say goodbye to most of them. And even though you must have been through a lot of hardships, you're still able to smile like that. Can I ask you something? Do you remember when we first met? Yeah, you mean when you saved my life? That's right. I remember I was so overcome with emotion that I cried. I'd never once been of any use to anyone, not when I was alive, nor after my death. So when I did something useful for you, that was the first time I ever did something useful for the world. It got me wondering whether I ever deserved to be part of something so wonderful. And that's why I started crying. It is through this servitude that your life will have meaning. How's that a flashback to? You okay? Yeah, what's going on? What's up with that? I'm fine. I'm sorry. I was just spacing out a bit. Who is that? Thank you, Master. I really love you. Huh? What? What? Oh, Mash is distraught. What? Huh? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant, that you're a great master and someone I really respect. Oh, I see. Yo. Okay. Okay, legit. Them putting in a proper love rival match. Because I feel like there's a lot of servants that are very flirty, but they do not feel written enough to be an actual, like, obstacle in the way of Mash and the main character's relationship, right? Let me say, Corday is approaching that, though, just because of the depths of her being written. In that, I completely agree. I'm very proud to have Tanner as my master. Whoa there, if you're going to have a lover's quarrel, take it to the Argo. I don't allow that sort of thing here on the Royal Fortune. Huh? Why's that? Because unsightly squabbles like that always end up producing hidden eyes purity levels. I don't allow lovers' quarrels on the Argo either. Know why? Because in Greece, doing anything romantic in nature is tantamount to asking for death. Trust me. I can tell you speak from painful experience. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. It won't be long till we reach our destination now. Got it. Let's go get ready to disembark, Master. Miss Corday? Huh? Oh, please don't call me Miss. My apologies, Lady Corday. I just wanted to say that was quite the front you put up there. You're very perceptive, aren't you, Bartholomew? Well, I expect I have a big leg up on most when it comes to things of this sort. That said, you weren't exactly hard to read. You think I'll regret it if I don't say anything? Regrets and partings are an intrinsic part of life, Lady Corday, especially now that we're servants. Life really doesn't ever go the way you want it to, does it not? Not even when you get a second chance at it. I see. Then I take it my suspicions were on the mark? I'll say, you're right on the money, damn it. Oh boy. Okay, that could be read two ways, though. That could be read two very different ways. Was she sent to kill us? That's one of the ways I'm feeling it might be, right? Percy Island. An absent monster. Oh, well, he's just gone. And Great Labyrinth in the ruins. It sounds like a Naruto movie title. Naruto the Movie 3, An Absent Monster and Great Labyrinth in the Ruins. Out now on Funimation DVD. Alright, let's go. Okay. I mean, we gotta use Super Orion, who's all jacked up with the power of the nanomachine, son, right? That's just how we go. Then otherwise, for the assassin, I always forget what assassin is. Yeah, caster, okay. I always forget specifically which one it is for assassin. Every other one is fine. Let's go with you. And, let's go... I mean, we can never go wrong with a Merlin, so... Plus, I powered him up a little bit more. Just a bit. Just a bit of Merlin powering up, you know? And we'll also then just put you there, and we're going to switch you out for our guy, who, once again, we are going to get nice and bond with me, Jimmy, over. Okay. Sounds good. Cool. All right. Let's go. Okay. No hostiles detected near Percy Island. No sign of Artemis in the nearby orbital space either. Right, all hands prepare to make land. Okay, so we'll be making a divine construct for Orion instead of Achilles like we originally planned. And that shouldn't affect the forging process too much one way or the other. Bartholomew, you stay behind and watch the ship like usual. Paris, I want you to do the same. Take the ships around to the other side of the island and be ready to rendezvous with us there. You got it, leader. We'll work with the Nemos to keep the Argos safe. You don't have to worry about us. Again, I'll be staying behind with the ship this time. Here's the container for the nanomachines. Please, make sure you use this to collect the Hephaestus Cleronomia once you find them. We will. Okay, see y'all later. Later. A gentle breeze and no sign of trouble anywhere, huh? I don't like it. This is the exact sort of moment where unforeseen disaster tends to strike. But I guess there's nothing I can do now except pray that fortune smiles upon them. Hi, guys. More Atlantis border guards. Think they've seen us? No. From what I have observed, their patrol routes appear to be restricted to a standard range. If they had received word that we were coming here to see Lord Hephaestus, I imagine that they would be far more vigilant right now. They are most likely simply deploying these guards to every island in the vicinity. If they knew Lord Hephaestus was here, the security detail would surely look very different. Guess that means we'll just have to take care of them, huh? Any quick-moving demonic beasts nearby? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's do this. Got it. Right, let's all do our best out there, everyone. Whoa, what happened to you? Never seen you so fired up before. I just decided that from now on I'm going to focus on completing the task at hand, whatever it takes. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Let's do this. Indeed. Enjoying my coffee. Morning coffee, morning gotcha. It's the good times. Boy, how many border guards is it loading? 3. Alright. Well, let's start taking out you first, for sure. And, do you have one that gives you stars? I always forget. Do you have one that just grants you a bunch of stars? Gain C stars. Yep. Because we got some good stuff on you there. Yep. And pop that. Okay. Alright. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Bruh. Bruh. That damage. Hajibus. Like, holy crap, dude. Get you some more stars here in a sec. I wish that crit, but alas. Alright, and 1, 2, 3. Alright, hopefully we hit those crits there. Yep. And you're... that meter gain. Bruh. Bruh. Okay. My man really said, just kill them all, Peter. Alright, I'm actually gonna go... No, I was gonna see if I could, like, kill them and move on, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I could go 1, 2, do this, then do the extra attack on the first one. That might work. Nope. If we hit both crits, it would have, but alas, that's fine. And those sea stars per turn will be quite nice. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go with this on you. Do some of this. Give yourself an attack up. Pop this on you. To do as much as you can here, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Alright. Do your stuff. Alright, how we doing? Okay, you're done. You're done. Should have done another guy, but that's fine. It's a lot of stars. It's a lot of stars. Boy, Super Orion real good, huh? Boy, he's real good. At least the story one, right? Because he's just maxed out. It's a dang good servant. Alright. Let's go. I can't believe they wanted him to be a weak and not as good servant, right? But no, 5 stars make him the biggest boy. That takes care of them. But it won't take long for Odysseus' main fleet to realize we're here once they fail to report in. That said, they probably won't get here that quickly. Do not say things like that, you will only invite disaster. In all of human history, fate has never been kind to those who are overly optimistic in their estimations. Damn it, you're right, and as if to prove the point, your remainder just inspired my brain to flash back to all the worst memories of my life simultaneously. We need to hurry. Giome, Mandricardo, you've already been infused with Hephaestus Cleronomia, right? Does that mean you can tell where the temple is once we get close enough? Yes, we should be able to. This island is also bigger than I believed. Yeah, right now all I can say is I can vaguely tell it's on the other side. I see, then I suppose there's nothing to be done but start looking for it. Aren't you forgetting something? What about the labyrinth? It's guarded by the Minotaur, right? So, won't it attack us if we go in unprepared? There he is. Look at him. The big boy. I don't think we'll have to worry about that. Huh? Right. I don't think we need to worry about that either. Sounds like there's a sad story there, and being the downer I am, I can tell this is a good time to keep my mouth shut. Well, if you say so, I'll take your word for it, but we should at least take some thread with us. Then again, maybe there won't be much point to that, since it'd probably break pretty easily. Ariadne's thread. Ariadne. Gotta get that name. But I know about this story, right? That's a pretty famous story about using the thread from Ariadne to bring your way through. Ariadne's thread wouldn't. It was specially woven and imbued with a fair maiden's prayers to ensure it would never break no matter what. Then if I pray hard enough, does this mean I could make Ariadne's thread too? Since when are you fair or a ma- Don't go there, Jason, unless you're really eager to bleed. On second thought, I withdraw my comment, backpedaling furiously away from that landmine. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, Corday. How come? The reason Ariadne's prayers were so effective is that she loved Theseus. She loved Theseus' body and soul. They hadn't had the power of love on their side. Jesus would have never been able to follow the thread all the way back to the very exit. I'd usually scoff at that, but I can't deny that love does have a lot of cursed power, especially in Greece. Love, huh? True, I suppose that wouldn't work. Certainly not with a woman who never fell in love when she was alive. I can't argue with that. That was uncalled for, dude. Part of being a hero is encouraging others to face unpleasant truths. Hello? Don't be fooled, Master. He doesn't mean it. He's just spitting out the first believable platitude that comes to mind. Coming up with the convincing things to say on the spot is also part of being a hero.
You can at least pretend to feel bad.
That is enough out of you of all Greek heroes, I mean it. Damn it, I wish I could sacrifice you two in exchange for summoning Heracles back. Well, you can't.
Come on. Don't you think I'd be a waste of a perfectly good hero right here?
Oh? Name me one thing about you that surpasses Heracles in any way. C-Star Gather Rate.
My good looks!
He and I both got you beat. Talk about an endless, pointless argument. I agree. After all, no two people will always agree about what constitutes good looks. This is so stupid. Now I wish we brought in Paris along. He'd be a better looker than all of them. Or he is. I'm surprised he got so much respect for the guy who killed you. Ah, crap, sorry. Didn't mean to say that out loud. Ah, absolutely. Took a lot of courage for him to take up that bow and kill me, and I respect him for it. Not that I can say so when he's around, since he's always taking pocket shots at me. Why not? No need to be shy with praise. You think? Something tells me that wouldn't go over very well. Did something happen with you and Master Man, Ricardo? You seem closer now somehow. Kinda. Really? That's all you're gonna say? So you're friends now? I'm kinda jealous. Maybe it would help me get closer to him too if I tried speaking more informally myself? Would that be okay?
Oh yeah, I would. Speaking as a lifelong romantic, I guarantee it. And if you want to get close to me while you're at it, well, that's totally okay too.
Then again, that's easier said than done.
Well, you're not even listening to me, are you? Guess she's lost in her own thoughts right now.
The nuns at the Abbey were always very particular about ensuring we spoke politely after all, and it's very hard to unlearn a lifetime of habits like that overnight. Whatever am I going to do? Oh. Master, I can see a hunter off in the distance. Perhaps we should try asking him where we could find the labyrinth. Looks like that might be our only choice. And I will try speaking to him casually, that he does not think us suspicious. Hiya there!
What?
Who are you? So much for that plan. I'll go try to smooth things over. Hiya there is powerful. I like it. I like it. The labyrinth? Why would you want to go there? It is our job to go around investigating ruins of that nature. Uh-huh. Well, there might be one old man back in the village who knows where it is. Really? That'd be a big help. Come with me. I'll show you the way. We've heard rumors that the Labyrinth Monsters is no longer there. Do you know if they are true? First, I've heard that. Wait, really? The Labyrinth Monster's gone now? Or, wait. First I've heard of that. That was on me reading that weird. When I was a kid, my parents told me to stay away from there unless I wanted to be eaten. Some people went to check it out themselves and never returned. And now the nameless monster's dead, huh? Never would have seen that coming. Sorry, nameless? Oh, I think it used to have a name at some point, but we all forgot it ages ago. I mean, why would we need to know it? It's not like we're ever gonna go near the thing anyway. Aw, dang. My boy. I see. Then none of you ever thought to try to vanquish the monster? You are all more than strong enough to handle demonic beasts thanks to your Theos Kleronomia. So how come none of you ever thought to kill the Labyrinth Monster and make a name for yourselves? Why would we want to do that? Well, you know, to be heroes or something. Are you nuts? How could a bunch of exiles like us ever become heroes? Yeah. When you say exiles, do you mean you were exiled from Olympus? Yeah, that's right. It said we had bugs or something like that, so we got kicked out. Oh no! Percy Island Hunter! They put bugs in him! It's the funniest line in Kingdom Hearts. They put bugs in Riku! They put bugs in him! Oh my god. So it'd be wrong for us to become heroes. Can I ask you something too? That'd mean you knew there was a monster in the labyrinth all this time, but you never tried to kill it, right? Weren't you scared knowing it was out there, that it could come and attack you in your village anytime it wanted? What else could we do? A god made that monster, so we got no business killing it. Gotcha. Okay, there's the village over there. Wonderful, thank you. I'll go on ahead then.
I must say, there's something very bland about these people. Like an unsalted cracker.
But Artemis said something along those lines too. And there's something about them that's fundamentally different from us.
For better or worse, they were definitely people like that in proper human history, too. People who unquestionably accept what they've been given and settle down without attempting to push things forward. Honestly, they were probably the majority. It's a much easier way to live, after all. People like that aren't the type to embark on arduous quests so they can come home with a golden fleece. But at least they don't try to drag you down or badmouth you, that much I appreciate.
I don't know if I agree with that. This is the fact that none of them ever say anything mean or try to drag others down, either they don't even feel such basic emotions as frustration or envy.
Indeed. The people of Atlantis have gone down a very different path, both from proper human history and from the people of the Indian Lostbelt. I have no doubt that their lives are peaceful and content. They live for hundreds of years, and I suspect most of them have never caught so much as a cold. Because of Theoscleronomia, the general purpose nanomachines they've been given stop every German virus in its tracks. They spend their many days tilling the fields, tending their livestock, hunting wild game, protecting their village from demonic beasts, and worshipping Olympus. A simple life, to be sure.
The people of the Chinese Lostbelt had forgotten their culture because it was taken away, but these people have abandoned civilization in the wake of their exile. No, that's not quite right. It's more that there's simply no need for them to develop their civilization further.
I see.
I also doubt that this civilization imposes any form of sacrifice on its people, unlike proper human history, and its tendency to plow ahead regardless of who or what may be obstructing its path. That being said, we have thus far only seen how these exiled Atlanteans view this world, whereas the people who live in Olympus near the top of the Tree of Emptiness may well see things differently. Yeah, right? Gonna be interesting. Interested to see how it is up there, right? Because if we're going for like some Alita Battle Angel, like the dregs down here, the cool stuff up there, right? That's gonna be interesting. In this quest, the battle you fight will... Oh, yo, I love these ones. I love these ones. These ones are dope. Hun, you're back. Sorry, I have to type something. No worries, no worries. I just try to multitask both recording videos and dealing stuff right now. It's like, porf, right? I sure am, and I come bringing all the meat you could ask for. And who might these folks be? They say they're here to investigate the labyrinth. Huh, okay. What about it are you looking to investigate? Well, you know, this and that, right? That's how it goes. Even though you're still so young and small? Goodness, you poor thing. I can't believe you have to go around investigating labyrinths when you can't be more than 100 years old. Well, what can I say? On my island, it is customary to begin working in one's adolescence. Anyway, the labyrinth, huh? Now, where was it again? I'm guessing old man... Ooh, gotta be careful saying that one! Kinegos will know. I remember him saying he went there way back when. Let's see. I think Kinegos should be living in the oldest house of the village. I'm not sure if he's even still alive, to be honest. Is he gonna be like a robot man incorporated into a wall or something? No, he's just an old guy. The labyrinth? Why would you want to go somewhere like that? You do know there's a monster there, don't you? Oh yes, there's no need to worry. We are quite capable of taking care of monsters. All we need to know is how to get there. So if you have a map or something of that sort, that would be a huge help. You know the way you talk? All stiff and all. It's weird. Weird? He's shaking. Jason's over in the corner, not even trying to stifle his laughter. Well, whatever. This is the map data I used back when I went, so don't blame me if all the roads have changed since then. Should I just send it to you then? Yes, that would be... I mean, that'd be fine. Gosh, I haven't sent data like this in forever. How come? Because there's usually no need to when we're just out here living our lives. Did you not use this functionality to communicate with people far away? Why would I need to do that when everyone I'd want to talk to is right here? I sure don't know anyone on any far-off island. It would be one thing if we could use it to communicate with the gods. That would truly be a blessing. But there's no point in forming networks between ordinary humans. I suppose you're right. Didn't mean to do that. Come on, Kinagos, it's almost time to eat. I know, I'll be right there. Alright, that's all I've got for you. Thank you for your help. This will be invaluable. It's so funny hearing an old guy be like, why do you speak like that? Come on, loosen up. These people really do not, they don't have any ambitions, do they? It's okay, you're cuter when you're being polite and all. Cute? What? Do not be ridiculous. I am a kunoichi first and foremost, remember? And cuteness is one of a kunoichi's primary weapons, so it only makes sense that I would be cute as well. What I am trying to say, Master, is that you must have unwittingly fallen prey to my kunoichi charms. You have my sympathies. Damn it, Master, you've got to be more careful with complimenting that one. Any praise this ninja gets goes right to her head. She's real gullible like that. Gullible? You and Lord Jason are calling me gullible? And you think I am? You may not be gullible, but you are absolutely beguileable. That's not even a word. I was gonna say, that's a sick word if that's a word. At any rate, as I was saying, these people truly do not have anything in the way of ambitions or vigor. That's just what happens when people spend their whole lives without any kind of technological revolution. When life now looks exactly the same as it did 10,000 years ago, of course they'd lose all appetite for it. At least it's a very peaceful way to live. Only because these people haven't moved past depending on the gods. You know, Lord Jason, for someone born in the age of gods, you certainly do not like them very much. You wouldn't either if you'd grown up there. Though I have to say, whether we're talking this Lostbelt or prop in human history, knowing the 12 Olympians were robots makes a lot of sense. It explains why their way of thinking was always so incredibly inhuman. Huh? I thought the Greek gods were famous for being, way too human. And in some cases, too animal. Or too tree. What I'm saying is Zeus sprayed his god fluids everywhere. Yes, and their motives were definitely human, but the conclusions they arrived at and the way they generally conducted themselves were all distinctly inhuman. For example, some scholars believe they started the Trojan War to thin out the human population after they decided there were too many of us. Yikes. I don't know if that's true or not, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if it was. And let's not forget that in this Lostbelt, the same 12 Olympians have endured all the way up to the present day. I'm sure even the minor gods live anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand years here. That reminds me of something. Well, it may be to different degrees. You said the Greek gods were robots both here and in proper human history, right? But the divine spirit-based servants that we've met, like Irali for example, all look like ordinary humans.
So if the 12 Olympians are robots, why aren't the gods who serve them robots as well?
Right. For instance, Orion. Poseidon is your father, right?
Yeah, he is. But I get the feeling I never actually met him back when I was alive.
I expect that may be very similar to the way myths ebb and flow throughout the world. For example, we already know that the gods which emerged from concepts in nature across various lands were integrated into Greek mythology. So while I can't be sure if this is due to the 12 Olympians themselves or the faith of the worshippers, it makes perfect sense in this case that subservient gods would then take the forms of humans and animals. After all, these robotic gods clearly came from another planet altogether, and are a wholly foreign nature. Hold up. Hold the frickin' phone. Hold the frickin' phone. I just had a brain blast. Call me Jimmy Neutron. Gods came from other planets. Gods are robotic. What are the Roman names for the gods? They're the planets, right? Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, Pluton, right? If this is going into the gods of Olympus are the types, like is Neptune, right? Poseidon. If Poseidon is type Neptune, I'm going to... Oh, it's probably not. But even if it's like, oh yeah, they're like slightly derived off them, bro, let's go. It's not going to be, but if it is, that'd be cool.
But even so, would these myths end up twisting the forms of these subservient gods to resemble the Olympians? I mean, it happens all the time, right? When an enemy god from a different land's mythology is changed into a hideous monster, their form ends up changing after the fact to match.
What are you talking about?
So why wouldn't that happen to the god being made subservient to one of these robots?
The Olympians may have wished to avoid appearing completely alien to their worshippers. After all, I rather doubt there was anything else in all of the ancient Greece in any way similar to them. So the fact that Orion looks completely human despite being Poseidon's son is most likely. Yeah, I think you're right. The Triton side of me still remembers what Poseidon looked like. But I think that's only because he gave Triton special treatment since he entrusted him to defend the sea as his successor. Whereas I don't think he thought of his children who lived on land as anything more than familiars.
Yeah, good point. Now think about it. How don't you know a single thing about my old man?
My mother was a lesser god and looked completely human, though that didn't stop my parents from separating because of irreconcilable differences. Well, suffice to say, I think there's one phrase that sums it up perfectly. The gods are crazy. Have you seen that movie? Have you seen it? It's about the Coke bottle landing in Africa. It's like, yeah, Jason, yeah, it's in the Chaldean library. Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? We're just like, I don't know. Man, I'm glad I never had any divinity of my own. Anyway, we're here now. We did it. I will say, a lot of reused backgrounds. I really feel it in this Lostbelt. Every island is like the same 3 or 4 backgrounds. And I mean, it's not a massive thing, but, and every now and then you get a different one, but like, man, just even throw a color filter over it. You know, it's something a bit different. There's nobody else here. There isn't, is there? What's the meaning of this? I mean, you'd expect there to be at least a few guards around an island temple by now, right? And there's no way the villagers wouldn't have told them where to find it.
Do you suppose that this monster that lives in the labyrinth might have eaten them?
Seems highly unlikely. From everything we've been told, he resided deep within the labyrinth, even here in this Lostbelt. More concretely, there are no signs of a struggle here. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Should we leave someone on lookout, or should we go in all together? Okay, so that'll gray out when it's the important one. Let's all go in together. We don't need a lookout. Well, you don't usually speak up so directly. Alright, we'll go with that then. Alright then, let's go in. Okay. Yeah, we haven't had our choice yet. This labyrinth looks a lot like the one we saw in Okeanos. This means a story about Daedalus building it to contain the Minotaur is pretty much the same here. Though it seems like Lord Daedalus' name was never recorded in this Lostbelt's legends. Okay. I'm guessing we'll lose comms right about now.
Why's that?
Because that's what the records from Okeanos say. Right, I remember now. Yes. This was where we met Asterios and Euryale. This was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? What is it, Jason? You look like your head is about to split open. Let's just say all my memories of Okeanos are extremely, extremely bad ones. Now. Think of this as your chance for a new beginning, just like this is a new chance for them to make Okeanos better. In my case, my records say that I once went about calling myself Assassin of Paraiso and causing no end of havoc. Apparently, I even tried to enchant Master here by saying something like, "Shall I keep you company for the night?" I have to say, I'd be interested in trying that myself at one point. It was one of the scariest things I ever experienced, because you would look quite too youthful for me. Like a bit more meat, you know? It sounds like it helped you learn just how terrifying we Kunoichi can be. Who knows, perhaps this carefree smile I'm wearing now is actually all just an act. What's up, beasties? Oh, we got demonic beasts. Damn it, there's more than I thought there'd be. They're coming in both behind and in front of us. I count 26 altogether. I see. That looks like the Minotaur really is gone. There's no way it would let this many weaklings take up residence in its labyrinth otherwise. Either way, we're surrounded. We might be surrounded.
But it's gonna take way more than a bunch of weaklings like these to challenge me.
Oh, in that case, Orion, what would you say to a little contest?
Sounds good to me. I'll even give you a handicap to make up for your injury.
Don't worry about that. I don't need my immortal body to take care of these chumps. So, well, oh, okay. For a second, I'm like, yo, what happened to his face? And then I realized, oh, right, the bear face isn't his face.
So what'll it be? Whoever kills the most wins?
Whoever kills the most the fastest.
You're on.
Good. If you guys are that sure you can win, I can relax and get some shut-eye. Wake me up when you're done. I don't believe it. You're actually lying down to sleep? Master, you can handle pick of information. You can manage that much, right? Don't worry, I've got this. Well, well, now look who's on top of things. Alright then, I'll leave you to it. Here they come. Awaiting your orders, Master. Give me Orion.
You got it, Tanner. Let's do this.
Okay, so is it just picking Orion or Achilles? Is there any, like, point? Is just selecting the... What a weird way to go about this. Is it just gonna determine, like, the path forward, pretty much? Strange. Alright, let's go. Like, is it gonna be like, hey, we're all good? Right? I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Taking a good sippy sip. Alright. So let's go... Okay, I did pick a good one there. We'll just start with this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That didn't kill the one entirely, but hey, that's fine. Okay, so now let's go... 1. Ooh. Okay, wait. Alright, wait. We could finish this all off pretty much. We could do this. Check this out. Alright. And do that. Alright. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Alright, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Kill them all, dude. Nice. Good. Bruh. Sick. Okay. Bruh. Let's go. Let's kill you then. Because if we don't hit that crit, we'll need the full thing. And we probably won't hit the crit. We did hit the crit. We'll get meter. Look at that gain. Get them stars. Sick. Okay. So now let's go... I mean, we'll pop this just to use it and go on. And how'd we do? Yeah, we'll kill this first one here. Nice, get that extra demonic beast, or not. We got extra demonic beast damage there. Alright. You know, I was originally a bit like, we're really doing Greece again, but it actually feels quite nice to be like, yeah, here we are back in Greece, right? Because I loved Greek stuff as a kid. I found Greek mythology and Greek everything to be super cool. My favorite novel of all time is The Lightning Thief, and you know I'm gonna be excited for that Percy Jackson Disney Plus series, because boy, that movie, I guess movies, because they made more than one, is terrible. It's so bad. I can't believe imagine if at the end of Harry Potter's movie, they just don't show Voldemort, and they're just like, yeah, who? Who? What? I don't know who that is. It's like, what? I'm sorry. You're just taking out the main character? The main villain? The lead antagonist has been removed from the movie. For what purpose, right? Anyways, he's gonna do hilarious damage here. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. Alright. If we get that 30%, it's gonna be the most ludicrous damage ever. Oh! I've never seen that! I've never seen that. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's so good. I wonder what the chance of that one is. I love when these supers have a rare chance of doing something fun. That's like one of my favorite things. Right? When there's like a small chance of each of these, you know, supers having a funny animation. That's so good. It's so good. I wonder if there's a list of servants with unique animations, right? I really want to know, like, do we have a full list that has it? I'd love to see, you know. All right.
Since we both got the same number of kills, that means I win.
How come? That was totally a draw at best.
What do you think, Master?
Orion was faster. Damn it, I was too slow.
Aren't you gonna use your injury as an excuse?
And embarrass myself in front of Master? Hell no. Besides, in a tight space like this, efficiency is more important than speed anyway. I just didn't put together my plan of attack as well as I could have. Though I still would have won if I had Master backing me up. Sorry, can't do 2 battles at once. Yeah, I know, but still, looks to me like you still have a lot of learning to do in that regard. But don't worry. Now that I am mentally rested after a quick power nap, I'll be able to more than make up for your many shortcomings. I keep telling you, servants don't need to sleep. Ah. By the way, Scout Shiome, how are things looking up ahead? This is the furthest point of the old man's map, but there is a great deal of labyrinth left to cover. So what do we do now? Worry not, I have this well in hand. Now that Lord Hephaestus' presence is getting stronger, I should have no difficulty finding him. Follow me. Cool. I drank that too much. Because I gotta pee. I'll see you in a sec. I know it like keeps happening in these videos where I have to take bathroom breaks, and you might be like, oh man, I'm becoming an old man. But no, it's just because I had my second cup of coffee. And coffee, for those who don't drink it, just sprints through you like nothing else. So hey, let's finish up this quest here and see what we got. I know we expected as much, but this labyrinth certainly is long, isn't it? How are you holding up, Master? Oh, I think we might need to rest soon. Given your penchant for just forging ahead no matter what, you must really be exhausted. Why don't we all take a break then? Here, Master, just give me a moment to find a blanket to put down, then you can sit. Your legs must be especially tired, huh? I'll just massage your calves for you.
Whoa, Mama.
I guess I'll stand lookout for now. A female touching my legs. Oh. Hey, Corday. When you're done massaging Master's legs, make sure you do mine next. Okay. Wait, I thought you weren't tired. I'm not, I just want to feel relaxed. In that case, you can massage your own damn legs. Ah, very well. If you truly want one, I can oblige you with a pressure point massage if you like. Great. I'll leave you to it then. Understood. Acupressure it is then. I was not aware that servants could build up exhaustion to this degree. Here we go. It seems you have something of a bad liver. For that, I really need to dig in, as if trying to gouge the pressure point right out of you.
Save!
Here I go. Maybe I should stop her. I'm not really sure what the best thing to do here is.
Please stop! I don't want to die!
Alright, last one. Be warned, this is gonna hurt a bit.
You mean everything else up to this point wasn't supposed to? Oh!
That is better. You were quite stiff, but everything should be nice and loose now. How about you, Master? Would you also like me to? I'm good. No, it's all good. Now, there's no need to be shy. Huh? Is it not that at all? Oh. Say, Master? What was the proper human history minute? I mean, Asterios like? He was big, Yes, Asterios was definitely very big. I don't think I'll ever forget the sight of him carrying Euryale on his shoulder. For better or worse, he was the archetypical example of a tragic monster. If he'd only been raised differently, all of his so-called monstrous qualities would have made him a great hero. I can practically taste King Minos' sheer cowardice even now. He could even have made Asterios into his most powerful weapon if he played his cards right, but instead he let his fears get the best of him and ended up raising a great brute of a monster. It's pretty much par for the course with cowardly kings. As far as they're concerned, any ally who could conceivably take their throne from them is an enemy to be feared. I doubt Achilles, you remind me of a king just like that, and I'd rather forget that man. Fine with me. I'd just as soon not think about that one I know either. Alright, no more king talk.
Gotta say, being a hunter-man, I never really had to worry about kings.
Yeah? Man, that must be nice. Kinda jealous. Since I chose to live out my destiny as a hero, the idea of getting to be a simple hunter's pretty much an impossible dream for me. Especially since your destiny only lasted you about 10 years. Buzz off. I'm happy enough with how things turned out. They're really hitting it off, aren't they? This is what happens when you have a bunch of cheery guys in one place. Honestly, if you ask me, you'd normally be right there with them. You think? Definitely. Hearing about all of your experiences had made me realize how simplistically I used to think. I used to believe that the world was much more black and white. I thought defending the place I lived was good and anyone who tried to destroy it was evil. In one sense, you're not wrong. Even animals will instinctively protect their territory and attack whatever threatens it. I guess. But in the end, I was sentenced to die and the people thought me evil. Don't be an idiot. If you think you're evil, you should see what kind of villainy my ex-wife put me through. Victims become victimizers and victimizers become victims. It happens all the damn time. You can't let yourself worry about that sort of thing if you actually want to be a hero. Is that really how it works? If you don't believe me, ask what I was like back in Okeanos. Even with Medea tricking me, just the thought of what I did back there twists me up inside. At least we're friends now. Friends? Seriously, don't be ridiculous. I feel like you're only bringing up even worse memories for me. Thank you, everyone. I can see I still have a great deal to learn about a lot of things. So shall we get going then? Sounds good. I'll be with you every step of the way. Alright. And a quartz get. Also, some of them crowns, which is quite nice. Ooh! Oh! Ho ho! That's interesting. Alright, guys, we'll see you next time for Section 16, the Three-Headed Dog. We'll see you then for that on some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. I'm excited to see us fight the Cerberus, even though we already kind of fought it. Does that mean we're approaching the underworld? Huh. Interesting. We'll see you guys next time for some more then. Ciao.